boys and girls. We're back in the studio, which means I cleaned the studio, which means the studio is clean, which means we're going to take some more videos in here, and that means I can shoot at night, which I have not been able to do recently. Today we got a big video coming. We got a GORUCK over here and a GORUCK over here, and both of these GORUCKs are ones that I really want to talk about because I fucking love them both. So, let's get into it. I may have actually hit the camera that time, which, oops, I guess. Couple of things I want to get out of the way. Number one, Jtinseoul. That's my name on social media for photography. If you don't know, I'm fairly well known as a photographer in the photography community. I do some work for Lightroom and work for Leica. So this bag nerd video thing is definitely my hobby, and that's where the name comes from. I don't live in Seoul, I actually live outside of Seoul, but that's how life goes. You end up with stupid names. My name is Josh, not Justin. Shout out to my boy Jonathan, who in the comments said I need a new hat. New hat. Today's a new hat. I actually have lots of hats. It's just that the hat you normally see me wearing is the one that I generally wear when I'm in my house. It's like my pajama hat. Enough about that. We've got GORUCKs to talk about, so let's talk about them. These are 21 liter GORUCK GR1s. GR1s, that's like GORUCK's kind of, let's just say their flagship. I mean, flagship sounds like the most expensive. I would say it's like their most popular bag, let's say. The GR1, this is the 21 liter. The original GR1 was 26 liters. I'm gonna do this video is gonna be long. So like, it's gonna be long. Just saying. Okay, so these are two special editions of the GR1 21 liter. The normal GR1 has molly webbing across here. I actually have one, but it's in the room. Forgot to take it out. Too lazy to go get it now. There's molly webbing across here, and there's a patch here, and there's some molly webbing here, and here on the regular GR1. Other than that, they're exactly the same. You can see this guy actually has the patch but doesn't have the molly, much like the Slick. This is the GR1 Huckberry Slick 21 liter in coyote brown. I love coyote brown. Why? Because my cats shed a lot, and as my cats shed, it doesn't show up on this coyote brown at all. Big win. Second, this is the granddaddy of GORUCK Special Edition. This is the GORUCK Heritage GR1 in waxed canvas and leather with this color I think is called olive, and it is beautiful, and this bag is, well, I know these days this one is going on sale sometimes, and also I've heard of guys getting them pretty cheap on eBay and the like. This one is not cheap on eBay, not at all. So, those things out of the way, both of these bags came out this year, as in 2021. The Slick has been something that's been around for GORUCK for a really long time. The Heritage has been around, I think this is the second iteration of the Heritage, and this one's actually better than the original, arguably, and I'll explain why as we go. So, the Slick here, I'm going to talk about the Slick after because I've been using the Heritage and my stuff is in here. So everything basically that applies to this one applies to this one and vice versa, aside from the materials. So as I go through this bag, eventually I will talk about this one and we'll kind of do a comparison. You ready for that? I don't know if I'm ready. My cat's crying. This one's going over here for a second, and then we're going to talk about this one. So lighting is everything, folks. Lighting is everything. As I mentioned, this is in green. They added a new pocket to the GR1 on the 26 liter version of this bag. Sucks that this doesn't have it, but honestly, like, when you buy a GORUCK, it's very seldom that you're buying it for quick access pockets because very rarely are they any good. If you know everything about GR1s, you know this video might be boring for you, but that's kind of how it goes. So quick overview of this guy. So this is a leather patch here that comes with all of these. It comes off and then the patch itself is green or olive, I guess you could say. The patch is really nice leather. The material is heavy and just beautiful. You can draw on it with your finger like I just did. Other than that, most of the features are exactly the same. As I mentioned, there's no molly webbing here, none here, and none on the straps here. So you're looking at a very basic GR1, which is completely fine for most people because this doesn't scream military like the other one does. I don't even think the other one screams military, but to each their own. The leather accents don't end here on this bag, so the handle here is also all leather. This leather is American leather. I believe it's sourced from Minnesota somewhere. Very nice, very supple, and it feels great. There's also a leather on the bottom here, which after a week or so of using this bag, it hasn't really marked up. So I guess that's kind of that. And there are these two leather accent points here. If you're familiar with the GR1, there's no real anything on your back to stop from sweat, but that's just, if you buy this bag, you know that already. The hardware and stuff's all very similar. The straps are sewn in here and box stitched, and they are very well padded. The zippers are all YKK on this bag, just like they are on all GORUCKs. There's a number 10 YKK zipper here, and then a number 8 here, and then the ones on the inside are also number 8s, I believe. They could be number 5s. These zipper pulls are lovely and painted. They're painted green to match the bag, and it looks fantastic. They are just silver on this one like they are on every GR1. The zippers on this bag, I don't know why, are ultra smooth. They are so unbelievably smooth on this bag. I almost cried the first time I unzipped it. It's like there was no break-in required. They're just so unbelievably smooth. This is kind of smooth. This is holy fuck smooth. There is, just like every GR1, there's this slip pocket in the front here. This is the much famed or infamed pocket, which my hand can barely get inside here, and this material doesn't help because it's stiff. So for me, getting my hand down in this pocket is a nightmare, as it always is on a GR1. So all I put in there are my car keys. Similar deal on this one. When it's stuffed out, it's also equally annoying to get at it. No wins for either of these bags here. Zipper is very nice and is also painted just like the other ones. GR1s tend to be fairly simple bags, so I'll just show you the laptop compartment first. So on the back here, just like every GR1, there is a laptop compartment. Now, one of the most annoying things about using a GORUCK, and also one of the best things about using a GORUCK GR1, is this laptop compartment. The compartment itself is amazing. I love it. It feels very sturdy. They say it's bomb-proof. I don't know what that means. Not going to try it, but you can zip it like this, and you can just pull your laptop out like so. This is the M1, I don't know, some kind of MacBook. And it's raised up off the bottom. Your laptop is very safe in here. The zipper is smooth. Now, there are two things about this I don't like, and it's something that carries over from other GR1s, and it's not different about this one. It's that, one, if you want to get your laptop out, you gotta take this strap and flippity it around. You see that? You gotta do this flippy move. Without that flippy move, you're not getting in. That is annoying over days and days of use. At first, no big deal. Keep doing it. It's a little bit annoying. I get why it's like that, so I'm not saying they should change it. I don't even know what they would change. It's just that it's one thing to keep note of. The laptop compartment itself is spectacular. There's no weather sealing or AquaGuard or anything on the zipper, so be careful if you're in a deluge. Because of the leather on this bag, I probably wouldn't be taking it in a rainstorm. Anyway, that's the laptop compartment taken care of. Let's talk about the inside. Last thing, before we talk about the inside, it stands up on its own, but it stands up like this. Almost every GR1 is like that, unless you have something very heavy in the back or something very big here. If you don't like the leaning tower of Goruck, then you probably have to go with another bag. In my case, I don't care as long as it stands up. It does stand up, so that's enough for me. Let's get into the main compartment. As I said, it's so smooth. Can you see that? Oh, it's just so smooth. Now, GORUCK doesn't really have a quick access pocket, so what I tend to do with my GR1s is I will just unzip like this, and then this top pocket on the top here, that becomes my quick access. This is what I have inside my GR1. This is just a water bottle. There are no water bottle pockets on GORUCKs. These ones don't have any MOLLE on the side, so you can't even add one. This is my Lightroom. I work for Lightroom. I do some modules and stuff. I do some tutorials for Lightroom. So this is a water bottle I got for that, and I've been using it and it works perfectly fine. Don't know anything about it. Works. Inside my GR1, I always set up my GR1s the same on the inside or very similarly. There is a carabiner here, which is one of those hero clip things. It actually is a GORUCK branded one. And I use this to hang my hat here. So I take my hat off, hang it in here when I go to work because I don't wear my hat at work. So it hangs right here. One thing I've noticed is that when I keep something here, it kind of digs into the padding that's on the back here, which kind of annoys me. Look, lots of guys are selling this bag on eBay for tons and tons of money. The thing is, I'm not that kind of person. This bag will be mine and it will be used, and I am using the shit out of it. I posted a photo of it yesterday, on the ground, which I'll put here with my loadout, and somebody commented to me man, why is that bag lying on a dirty deck? Number one, that's my deck. And yes, it is dirty, and I apologize. Number two, what are the bags for if they're not to use, right? You gotta fucking use them. I'm a user, man. I'm a user and an abuser, usually, but that's okay. GORUCK has the best warranty in the game. They will fix whatever you do to it. Do not worry about that ever. GORUCK is best in class for that. Inside the bag itself, I tend to keep this, so usually I don't keep this big thing. Honestly, I forgot this was in here. If I had... So normally I have these two pouches. So I have, so this is one I've been carrying lately. This is a Porter Yoshida pouch, which I keep my tech gear in. And I just happen to have stuffed it inside this Bihn snake charmer. The reason I put it inside the snake charmer is because it keeps everything from... See, when you're in a GORUCK and you go like this, and you're walking around, stuff kind of tumbles down. It does this sort of thing. But this keeps it all inside this guy. So I have that pouch in there. So yes, a pouch inside of a pouch inside of a pouch. And in this side, I keep my pencil case, which is my Bellroy pencil case, and some hand sanitizer. And that's it, really, inside this pouch. And the main reason for this is that when I get to work, I'm a teacher. When I get to work, I just kind of pull this guy out, put it on my desk, and everything is here inside this guy, instead of grabbing one, grabbing two, grabbing three, figuring out where they're gone. So yeah, that's how that works. Coyote Brown, Halcyon, Large Steak Charmer, Bihn. Thanks, Bihn. The camera. I'm a photographer, as I mentioned, have to carry a camera. This is by far the best camera cube for this type of bag, or almost any bag really, if you use a small camera. The issue with this camera cube is you have to buy a $400 bag in order to get this camera cube. It's made by Ona, and forgive me for a second, but I want to talk about it. So this is from the Ona Clifton backpack. And this camera cube has very smooth YKK zippers. It's very thin, like this way. So even small cameras fit in there very well. It doesn't take up very much space. And it just, for me, it's just the best camera cube ever. And honestly, if I lost this camera cube, I would buy a whole nother Ona Clifton to get this camera cube again. Seriously, that's how much I like it. But yeah, I just have a Fujifilm X100 in there. Just a digital camera I've been using lately. Having a baby soon. Gonna try to take some good photos of the baby as it's being born. You know what? I've been a photographer for years, a street photographer, and it scares the shit out of me to take that photo. Talk a little bit about here. So there are some MOLLE webbing here where I attach this this carabiner. You can attach almost anything to this. I sometimes attach pouches. There's like a slit pocket thing here. This is all made from that same waxed canvas that the bag is made of. Flip it around. This side, there is a mesh pocket here. Now this mesh feels amazing. If you're used to the Vietnamese GORUCKs, the mesh got kind of chintzy on those. It feels great on this one. really nice. This is where I keep this thing. So this is a Porter Yoshida, which is a Japanese brand. This is a stuff sack, and I use this stuff sack because it gets really hot in Korea in the summertime, and even in the spring like it is now, and I like to keep an extra t-shirt with me so that I can change my t-shirt midway through the day if I'm sweating a little bit. I tend not to smell, but I definitely get sweaty and it just feels like icky, you know? I keep deodorant in here as well, so what I can do is grab this, go to the bathroom, do what I need to do, and then come back. It has this amazing mechanism where it just pulls like so, open it like so. I think Evergood's used that for something at some point. Really nice. I really dig this. Put that over there. Top pocket. So this is the pocket that becomes my quick access. On this particular bag, this is what you're paying for, really, which is the GR1 GORUCK built in the USA Heritage. It's all leather. It's normally not leather in this case, but it's leather on this one. Feels great, looks amazing. Honestly, this bag looks fantastic. One thing to note, I just noticed that there is the water hose pass through on the 21 liter version of this. The 26 liter version doesn't have it because it has that pocket up there. Again, I don't think I really need it, but that's one thing. Inside this pocket, I usually put my mask for Corona Land. I put my wallet, which is also from GORUCK. Look, I sound like a GORUCK fanboy. I kind of am. I really dig GORUCK. Their aesthetic just speaks to me. Now, their marketing, I mean, it's one of those things that their marketing kind of bothers me sometimes, but the deeper you get into their marketing, I find it feels honest to me, which at least is something, and yeah, I don't know. You take it for what it is. I like the brand. This wallet, really cool one. It's a leather wallet, and I think it goes really good with this particular bag. I also carry my AirPods Pro in here with this Nomad case thingy, which is also leather, and all of those things go together very nicely. Now, I said I was going to talk a little bit about the differences between this and the old Heritage. There is only one real main difference between them, and that is that on the old Heritage, they got some flack for not finishing this seam right here. So on the old Heritage, this seam was open, and then the material was fraying or could possibly fray. They have completely finished it on this bag, so worry not, ye. That is basically it for this one. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the brother. So this is the Slick. Now, the Slick feels a lot more. Let me like zipper this one up so we can talk about them together. Oh, so fucking smooth. In use, to me, the Slick feels a lot. It feels way lighter. I'm talking like way lighter. I don't know what the specs are, but this feels way lighter than this. This is heavy. It feels heavy. This is also a lot more malleable. Like it's kind of floppy. This is more sturdy and it holds its shape a little bit more. That was the first thing I noticed going back to the Slick. Having used I used the Slick today. I had been using this for the last week or so. Going back to this, the first thing I noticed is this one is very floppy. Can you see that? It's very floppy. Does it matter? I don't know. For me, the one thing I wish the Slick had was a patch. I just find that like it's too plain here. It needs something. It needs something on the front. I mean, at least for me. And honestly, I'm sending my I have this same bag in the 26 liter version because I love Coyote and I didn't know how often they would do it. I sent my 26 liter back to Scars because they were going to do some modifications. So the modifications I want to do are add some molly here so I can add a chest strap, sternum strap, and yeah, but some other stuff. You'll see that in the video later. The bags themselves are very similar. Nothing to really write home about these two aside from what I said. About the weight. The straps are the same. They feel similar. These ones feel a little bit stiffer, but I mean, that could be the material. No sternum strap possibility on this. None on this either. No waist strap possibility because there's no molly on the side. Same thing on both. They're very similar when it comes to those things. Front pocket, exactly the same. Zippers are really smooth on this. They felt really smooth on this. They just not as smooth as they are on this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the paint. I mean, I say that jokingly, but it could be, I guess. I don't know. Inside, you can have a look at the inside and see. Basically, you're looking at the exact same bag on the inside, except it's, you know, in coyote brown. Same thing on this side. The leather feels very similar between those two. So, but the color looks slightly different. So I don't know if this is slightly different or not. Here it says GORUCK GR1 Huckberry because this is the Huckberry collaboration version. This one has no water hydration thingy pass through. I don't know if anybody using either of these bags are going to use that, but it's just something to take note of. So to conclude the video, I just want to talk a little bit about who should get which one. Whether or not you should get one of these is very difficult to say. Because this guy, it was $400 and it's completely sold out. Now the thing is it was $400. I say that because on eBay I've seen them for $800. Should you pay $800 for this bag? I don't know. That's up to you and your pocketbook. It feels amazing to me, and it feels like as nice as a GR1 can be. I mean, I really mean that. It just feels nice. I showed it to my wife, and she was just like, wow, that is a beautiful bag. And she doesn't even like this one a little bit. She doesn't like any of the GR1s very much, but she really doesn't like this one. She said it doesn't have like a design. She thinks it's a bit too plain, I think. So I say she doesn't like it. She thinks it's okay, but she just thinks it's too plain. This one, she loved it. She said it was beautiful. So that kind of goes a long way with me because she's a fashionable Korean lady, and everybody knows Koreans are very fashionable. Anyway, I will say as an owner of cats, this one picks up cat hair a lot, and you can kind of see it, but because of the scratching on the wax, you don't see it that much. This one, it picks up cat hair as well, but you don't see them at all. I mean, you just don't. They both have frame sheets in the back, very similar. They both have nice top handles. This one happens to be leather. Does that matter in use? I don't know. Not really. Just something to make you feel better about when you're showing it off to your friends. This one is $300. One thing to note is if you're one of my international friends, Huckberry does international free shipping, and you'll know how annoying shipping is if you're in an international country. I can pay like $60, $70, $80 from companies for shipping. So Huckberry doing international free shipping is amazing for me. So if Huckberry has it, I end up getting it from there. Just because it's just cheaper. Some other companies might do that, I don't know. But of the ones I know, Huckberry is good. And that's like 4 days to my door in Korea, international shipping for free. This bag, I think, like, you can get away with this in an office. You can get away with it almost anywhere. The black version looks really nice. I've not seen one in person. A lot of people worry about, you know, what these, especially this one because it's 1000D Cordura, what it does to your suits and stuff. Yes, it will like destroy your suit if you wear it very often. It will make your suit pill. This one will not because it's waxed canvas. It's not 1000D Cordura. Now, the other thing to mention is that they also make a 500D version of this one in black. That will be a dust magnet, I'm sure, but you know, if you're the type of person that's pretty diligent about that kind of thing, we'll be fine. I think that for me, in personal use, I would use this one more, and I like the way this one looks more. I also love this one. So I have the, what can I say? I have the luxury of having both, and well, yeah, I mean, that is certainly a luxury. This one I think is more chuckable, more throw in the back of a chuckable. It's the type of thing where like I'll take this bag and you know I don't feel bad about like throwing it in my car seat or whatever. This one I still have that kind of like even though I said I put it on the deck for that photo, it still feels a bit like you know. I don't have that with this at all. It kind of gets chucked around, and something to be said about that and the way it feels when you're using it. Honestly, they're both beautiful, beautiful bags, and you can't go wrong with either one. I would say if you can get a good sale on this guy, just do it. It's a beautiful bag. I didn't mention that their straps, they are basically exactly the same. They're comfortable for some people, not comfortable for others. So don't email me and ask me if they're comfortable. I don't know. You have to try one, I guess, or you know, get it shipped to your house. If you don't like it, send it back. Because for me, it's hard to tell. They are very comfortable for me. I find GORUCK straps amazing, and that's probably why I have so many of them. They feel very comfortable. I have heard from other people that they're not as comfortable. For me, they're comfortable right out of the box. Like, these are not broken in. They're still very comfortable to me. But I've heard lots of people say that they're not for them. So your mileage may vary, Pack Hacker Tom. That's all I really got for you today. All I can say is that these are two beautiful bags. I probably missed a bunch of stuff about them, but basically two lovely GORUCK Special Edition bags, and take that for what it's worth. I will say that I'm going to have a video soon that's talking about trading bags. I do like swapping bags. I'm in the market for a original GR1, like the OG GR1. Condition is not that important as long as it's still like in one piece. If you have one of those, let me know. Also, anything interesting, I have lots of bags that are exclusive to Asia or Japan. Other than that, thanks so much for being here for this 30-minute epic video. Lovely bags here. Any questions, comments below. Not gonna ask you to subscribe because apparently that's cheesy as fuck, so I shall not be doing it. Thanks to those who have. Catch you on the flip side, kids. Bye-bye.